Hey, it's Backstage Audio, and in today's video, I'm gonna do a review of the Pioneer DJ DDJ SB2 controller. Now, this controller was released some time ago. I don't know the precise year, but it is one of the best beginner DJ controllers. So if you haven't heard of this controller, this is a controller to buy if you're just starting out with DJing. You don't really need to buy anything fancy, expensive stuff. Get the basics right with this controller. Okay, so let's go and check it out. Okay, so here goes. This is the Pioneer DJ. The model is DDJ SB2, and it's the Pioneer DJ controller from Pioneer, obviously. And of course, it's actually the Serato DJ, so which means it is compatible with Serato DJ. I'm gonna get into that a little later. This is the side. If you notice over here, it has a mic level, which is right here where my finger is. It also has 1/4 inch and 8-inch jacks for your headsets. So I'm gonna go step by step. So this is the tempo for deck 1. Now if you notice, this Pioneer DJ has deck 1, deck 2. Tempo to increase the pitch, okay, or decrease it. So this is gonna make it faster and then slower. Okay. Also has a key lock for your tempo range, where you can actually lock the key. And you see here deck 3. Over here is deck 4. So when you're using the software, this is all controlled by the software, folks. When you're using Serato DJ and you can shuffle between decks, you can turn this on. You press on this, deck 3 is going to light up. Press over here, deck 4 is going to light up. But this is ideal only for DJs who want to use 4 decks. If you're just a beginner DJ, you honestly won't need to use deck 3 or deck 4, okay? You won't need to use any of that. I don't use it, and it's just for mastering DJ, you know, you just barely need 2 decks. You don't really need to use 3 and 4. That's for like an expert level. Also, it has a vinyl feature, so this unit is not turned on actually. I can't really demonstrate, but I'm just here to show you what this controller can do, just the features. Maybe I'll cover it in another video with it all, you know, lit up. So this is, you can turn on vinyl, and then this is the platter is gonna sound like, you know, mixing with vinyl records. Okay, here you see this thing called pad trans. Now, as you can see, there has 8 pads, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top and at the bottom. So 8 pads. When you turn on pad trans, so you can switch it on and off. These pads on the top have effects. Okay, so it's gonna give you, it opens up a gate, so you're gonna have like the gated effect. So when you press on this, it'll give you 4 varieties of gates, okay? Now, on the top here, you see 1, 2, 3. This is, you can select effects. Again, everything is controlled on Serato DJ. So you can choose your effects. You want an echo effect, you want a delay, reverb. You can pick your effects and allot them to each, either 1, 2, 3. This is your level. This is your level. It shows your level beats. Okay. Now this one, it's basically like a wet and dry. Okay, so you can increase it. Turn this on and then increase the wet or dry. Okay, level. Okay, so you can turn it off again. So just to cover the pads, we have hot cues, okay? So hot cue, then we also have auto loop. So you turn this on, and then these will be, you can make like hot cues for these. And then you have auto loop. You also have manual, so if you click on manual, and there's a point in the track where you wanna have it loop. So you can just click on it once, and then you can stop it wherever you want the loop to stop, and then just press out. Okay, and then that will keep looping the track, so you can either talk when you're DJing, say for example, you need to make an announcement, or you're doing a radio show, you can need to make an announcement, just to have this on, and this will keep looping over and over again when it's set to manual. And you can choose how long you want it to. The moment you finish talking or announcing the next track, then you can just click on exit over here. Okay, it's the cue loop, and then this out will go off. Okay, so which means the track will continue to run without it looping once you click on out. Just some of the features, folks. And of course, here we have last feature sampler, so you can literally create samples, and then of course assign them to these pads. Then of course you have the play, pause, press once to play, press again to pause it. Then also you have a cue. You also have a sync when you want to mix. Say for example, you're not sure what the like you not that good with your tempo, setting tempos when you're trying to mix tracks, and you can always take the help of sync. Sync comes in handy, especially when there's not much time available for the next track to come in. Press sync, it'll do the job. And then of course you have shift. Now shift kind of deactivates this. For example, I have auto loop and this is blinking. What shift does is just press on shift once and press on this will deactivate. Okay, any of these will deactivate once you press shift. Basically it takes away what's active, what setting is active. Okay, same goes for this. This deck 1 is a carbon copy of deck 2. Okay, all the features are the same, what I just explained. It's just a mirror image. Well, before I actually cover this middle section of here, well, kind of like the mixer, just want to show you what so this has a master out. It's an RCA, okay, a pair of RCA. So that's all it's got, and you can connect it using maybe a 1-volt TRS to a mixer. And it also has a USB. So USB goes straight into your computer. Let me just show you what the USB cable looks like. So this goes here, and then this is what it connects to. Okay, so this comes, that's your USB for your computer. Besides that, there's absolutely nothing else at the back. Okay, now that we've done with the back, so this is your fader. Okay, make sure if you're just using music like this, like for example, using deck 1 is active, make sure it's over here, your fader is here. Or if deck 2 is active, make sure you turn this up and turn it down. If that's how you mix, make sure it's over here, because if this is on top and this is here, there won't be any sound coming out. These are just basic DJing, just basics how to get sound out, rather than wondering, okay, why is deck 2 not playing? This is all going all the way to the top, this meter. Why is it not playing? Because your fader is on the opposite side, so it needs to be in the middle. There are some DJs who DJ with both these on the top, and all they do is just toggle with these highs, lows, and mids, or the filters, high pass filter, low pass filter. So that's your fader. Okay, you can it goes off. It moves really easily. You also have a filter fade. Okay, so if you turn this on, you can turn it on and you can turn it off. Okay, if you want to do manual fading for this. Okay, and then here you have your channel filter. So there's channel 1 filter, channel 2 filter, and from here you have see this filter. It's a low pass filter. It'll make a sound like kind of like a sound like that. You probably would have heard it in the clubs or on radio. Okay, when the DJ is mixing. So that's what this thing does. Sorry, I'm really bad at making sounds, but I'll make another video where I have this sound effect turned on. Then of course you have your lows, your minimum, max, min, and I like the feel of this. The Pioneers are really masters at the feel. Just feels very sturdy, and it's not going to break. Yeah, the quality is really good. That's what I mean. And then of course in deck 2 has the same thing. The lows, mids. Deck 1 mid, deck 2 mid, deck 1 high, deck 2 high. In the middle of it, in the mids, you have this thing called Q. Okay, so when I turn Q on and I've got my headphones in, okay, I'll be able to hear the track that's playing. So what I'll do is, if I'm DJing, I'll have my headphones in, and this will be at its lowest. If I don't want the audience to listen to it, the track that I'm going to be playing next. And all I have to do is just press on this. This will light up yellow. Once it lights up yellow, you'll be able to hear on your headphones to your left channel that, okay, this is the track that's going to be playing, and I'll be able to mix it. Now, when you're doing that cue, you can mix the headphones, the level, okay, how much you hear of this. When you turn it here, you'll hear a lot of your cue. You'll hear a lot of this cue when this is set to the here. Okay, when you turn it over here like this, like so, you won't hear much of the cue, very faint. Okay, so adjust it the way you want to. Okay, so that's for and this is the headphone level. So the headphone level is minimum. I don't want my headphones to be too loud, so I usually turn it at maybe on 2. Headphone mix, sometimes I want to hear the cue track. If the audio or the speakers are too loud, I want to hear what my cue track is going to be. So when I have this on, I'll usually turn it up to here sometimes. Yeah, and then of course this is your master level. So master level, I like just putting it on 12 o'clock position. Okay, and you also have a trim section. So trim is basically automatically Pioneer DJ. So things I'm just remembering right now. This audio controller has a sound card inside of it. Okay, it's a built-in sound card. So this automatically connects, or rather, it automatically detects how much volume each track is. Sometimes the volume on the track is a little soft. You might want to increase this by using the trim feature and just move it maybe towards 1 o'clock or maybe 2 o'clock. And but if you also want to, when you're mixing tracks and then you want this deck 1 to be more prominent while you're trying to mix it into deck 2, then you can increase the trim as well. So that's going to make the sound of deck 1, track 1, a little louder. Okay. Now this is a browse feature over here. This button, you can hear it. Let me just zoom in. Yeah. So this, when you're using Serato DJ, you can browse your tracks, your music library basically. It's for switching your music library. So for example, I want track 1 or track 2 or maybe track 10. Track 10, I'm currently on track 1. I'll just move it clockwise till I get to track 10. Then this is loading into deck 1, loading into deck 2. You can see the arrow pointing towards the left, arrow pointing towards the right. Okay, so I'll find track 10. Okay, track 10 found. Click on this button over here. Okay, that's how it's going to be. Track 15. Okay, click on, I want to load it on deck 2. Click on this button over here. Track 8, anti-clockwise turn, and load it onto deck 1 again. Okay, so that's how you can just load tracks all using Serato DJ. So remember, Serato DJ Lite does everything. It does everything for you. This controller is just sending the MIDI signal onto Serato DJ, and that's all it's doing. It's not really doing any DJing work for you. The software for Serato DJ does everything for you, folks. That's how it's managed, and that's pretty much all the features for this. It's a great beginner controller. I give you some few tips, basic tips basically on how to DJ for beginner DJs only. So I'll also create another video when this device is turned on, and then so you can hear. And these platters feel so good. It's very, very good quality, and they just are smooth. And yeah, you just know from a platter how the deck is going to perform. Just especially these buttons, these knobs as well. Really, really good. Very good quality from Pioneer. I mean, it costs a lot of money. This DJ controller is a starter for DJs, so it's around $250 under. So it's a very good deal, very good price. Okay, it came up some time ago, but it's still, I believe it came out sometime in maybe 2016, 2017, I want to say. I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that. All right, anyway, folks, that wraps up this summary of the Pioneer DJ DDJ SB2. That's the one, performance controller from Serato. Like I said, you can use Serato DJ, and it also works, I believe, on Rekordbox from Pioneer. So you can give that a try too. And yeah, that's pretty much wraps up this review of the Pioneer DJ controller. And there you have it. I hope you found this video useful of the Pioneer DJ controller, DDJ SB2 from Pioneer. I'm also going to do a follow-up video with it all lit up and turned on. And I'll just show you some few things here and there, which I did explain in this video. So stick around for that video too. It's going to be upcoming. And until next time, you take care. This is Backstage Audio, and hope to speak to you soon in my upcoming videos. Really cool videos coming up. So stay tuned, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for really cool audio gear.